Okay, I am so excited for this. Basically, I'm going to be playing for about I think 45 minutes to an hour, roughly, give or take. I don't know. I'm going to be playing a rogue. We're doing a dungeon called Black Rose Keep, if I'm not mistaken. And what I was told was it's going to be content that they had at PAX and plus and or potentially a little more. I'm going to be playing with the devs at for the game, and you know, I'm excited too because there's Brad McQuaid's actually part of the team too, and Aradune, if you guys know him by that name too, which I'm really excited for. So tonight's gonna be freaking awesome, man. I'm like super excited. So I'm like kind of nervous at the same time too. It's kind of why I wanted like a thing of scotch, kind of like to loosen up a little. Visionary Realms, thank you for the host, appreciate it. So it's kind of to get kind of ready for this. So hopefully I don't screw up. What I was kind of asked to do though was, not asked to do, but what I'm gonna try and keep. If you're gonna be asking like questions, and a lot of general questions, try and keep it more toward the gameplay instead of like just general like Q&A questions, because there's time for Q&A saying, hey, why is that grass taller than that piece of grass? There's time for crap like that, and there's you can just kind of focus on gameplay and kind of like ask questions about that and what's going on. So if you wouldn't mind trying to keep it to that as best as possible, that'd be great. Give me a second here. I got to change my title. No, it was not a rage quit. I had to go. Yeah, so that's all I'm asking. Like, and then I'm going to be joining their Discord. Here, hold up here. Boom and boom. Just okay. Howdy. So the gentleman who invited me, his name was Benjamin. I talked to him today. I'm going to be joining the channel now, so I think they're going to be doing introductions here, guys. I'm really excited. Give me a sec. But this, this is one of the production guys of. Oh my God, I'm nervous. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Hello.
Hey, lassiz, how you doing, man?
Good. How are you guys?
Good.
Doing great.
Oh, thank you again so much for having me, by the way. I really appreciate that.
Well, thanks for having us, I think, is the way that goes. We're really super excited to be here, man.
Yeah, I'm pumped.
So, kind of a funny thing. You got your login info all right?
I did not. I haven't gotten it yet. Unless I was supposed to check email and whatnot.
I sent it to you via Twitter DM.
That would be it. Hold on.
Communicating the internet. They got to do something about that. Cut it down.
So, kind of a funny thing while you're doing that, we were getting set up with your character, and I was pre-generating your character, and I typed in the name lassiz and tried to create a character by that name, but our name filter was a little too aggressive and wouldn't let me create lassiz.
Yeah, I've actually had that issue.
Lass is like a kid
too,
at Christmas.
I was kind of wondering about that too. Could be a case.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
No, it's good. It's good to find this stuff out early. So
you just need to change your name, man.
yeah, that's all. Easy
fix.
Retroactively
change everything you got, and we'll be good.
I've had this since 1999.
There's an app for that. It goes back in time, changes everything.
That's what we do here at Visionary Realms.
Yeah.
We create the possible from the impossible.
Oh man, I'm super excited. I'm getting logged in here in a second. Sorry.
Nice.
Good.
Yeah. So, just to explain to your viewers what we're going to be seeing tonight, we're going to be going through
Rock
Black
on
Rose
Pantheon,
Keep, which was what we were showing at PAX East. And PAX East was an awesome show. We had so much fun there, and people got a chance to play with Joppa and with Aradune, Brad and Chris, and this was the demo that we were showing, and it was just so much fun having that kind of interaction with people. But then it occurred to us, we couldn't bring everyone in there. We had very limited slots, so we thought, why don't we do a stream or two where we can show it at PAX to more people. So I'm really, really happy that you and I had a chance to meet and connect, and so now we can do it.
Likewise, yeah. I've been following it for a while. I'm super excited. I just ever since EQ, man, I just haven't had something that like truly filled the void. So I'm really. I tried Vanguard. Vanguard was like the next closest thing. So I'm really excited.
Yeah, that's a good game too.
Let me drop alert, guys.
So to do, might as well do some introductions here. With me today is a man who rarely needs an introduction, Brad McQuaid, playing Aradune.
Hey guys.
Brad's our Chief Creative Officer. And we have Chris Joppa Perkins, who's going to be our cleric tonight, and he is our what are you, Chris? What? No.
It's nothing important. It's fairly vital.
Just the creative director, that's all.
Creative director, lead game designer, audio director. And last, just got to say, from talking to you earlier, I just want to reiterate, very excited about this. It's a joy to do this with you. You're obviously someone that loves what we're doing, loves this kind of game. So just invite you again to have fun, man. And, no pressure, very, very laid back environment. We want to just like we're back in 1999. Let's tackle this dungeon together and see if we can take it home.
Let's do it. That's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, man.
And also with us today, we have Kim Morrison, who is our QA lead. She was with us on the last stream with Cope, I believe.
Yep. Hi, everyone.
And last but not
Hi,
least is someone who I don't believe Twitch streamers have had a chance to, or Twitch viewers have had a chance to meet yet, is Ronick, aka David Schlau. He is the producer of promotional content here at Visionary Realms.
That's right. This is my debut.
Yes.
Happy to be here.
Big one.
Welcome, Dave.
So Dave's going to be playing the wizard. Kim is going to be playing the enchanter, which is going to be all about keeping the crowds under control. I'll be your tank tonight as Mikhail, the dwarf warrior. And as I mentioned, Chris is going to be the cleric. And you, sir, lassiz, I understand that you have an affinity towards rogue, so we thought we'd put you in the hot seat and play the rogue, which also Chris will talk a little bit about and tell you how important of a role it will be tonight.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I'm just that green guy that stands around.
Yeah.
No.
And Brad's playing.
Guys.
What do you call yourself? A war wizard? Yeah, that's right.
Just a warrior right now, just off tank.
Yeah.
Oh my
The
goodness.
crowd is brutally reminding me of my Twitch death. So
Right.
This is not my debut.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot you died on stream several times.
It's so
I think I'm
smooth.
taking
Dave was the king of TwitchCon.
that.
All right, Chris. So you want to get us started here and tell lassiz what we're all about tonight?
Yeah, man. So, yeah, Chris Perkins here, creative director. We're standing outside of Black Rose Keep. Feel free, Lass, to just kind of look around and take it in. It was mentioned that you have an affinity with the rogue. Is that true? Is rogue class usually what you've played in these games?
All the time, man. When you guys mentioned it earlier today, I was so excited. I'm like, it's meant to be.
So the class is brand new to you then?
Yes, absolutely.
Just kidding. Cool, man. Well, so just to give you a quick rundown, obviously the guys we're playing with, the devs here, we know kind of what to expect. For the rogue class, your job is to do as much damage as you can. And the abilities you've got on your bar there. At PAX, usually what I would do is go through a quick little rundown of the abilities. So you've got Blackjack Kick, which is going to be a kick that boosts your attack speed for a few seconds. So it's a good thing to kind of, be mindful of when you want to use that for burn times, things like that. But it's just a good kind of filler anyway. You've got Waylay, which is kind of bread and butter damage. It's attacking with both weapons, so it's going to be a higher kind of hit. You've got Leaking and Toxic Wound there, which are strikes that have a damage over time component. Then you've got Backstab, which you probably never heard of. And then you've got Veiled Strike, which is going to be an aggro, little bit of an aggro dump, where you're going to be able to get the mob off of you if you pull too much.
Oh my god.
And I'm sure as a responsible rogue, you've never done that, so probably won't need to use that one
absolutely
either. Then you've got Smoke and Mirrors, and that is a little bit of a rogue utility. It's an awesome ability, and it's something that I'll let you just kind of read the description there.
CC.
But essentially, we do have an enchanter in the group, so we'll have CC fairly well covered, but you'll be surprised how often Smoke and Mirrors comes in handy, and it's going to be vital on our mini boss up here that we're going to run into. So I'll talk more about that when we get there.
All right.
Are you guys ready to roll?
Yes, sir.
Let's
I'm
do
ready.
it.
Okay, well, I'm not the tank, so I'm not running first.
That was my cue, I guess.
That was.
Sometimes
shit.
I have to be a bit more obvious with me. Oh, here, okay, here we go.
How do I
We
click
got
it
2, 3, 4.
Burning mana.
Oh, we're off to a good
Welcome
start
to
here.
Black Rose Keep.
So is there a hotkey for like an auto assist or assisting like main tank?
There is not an assist in yet. Gotta do it by sight and call out.
One of the most requested features, too.
Yeah, it's coming.
Yeah, I think I heard that about.
Oh my god, this is pretty.
I gotta kill my volume here, alright.
Guys, let me know how the volume is and everything.
Alright, I'm getting this one off Zoe.
So before we get too far in here, just want to say we are level 20. This group is set to level 20. Black Rose Keep spans a level range of about level 8 to level 35. So we're just breaking into this dungeon. We out-level these NPCs here and some of the ones in the front when we go in by a good deal. So we're going to be moving through these pretty quickly. There's not a whole lot of risk out here. Classes, this is a great opportunity to just kind of get a feel for the class. We will, I'll kind of walk us through as we're moving along when those level ranges are about to jump up to be closer to our level, and we'll see the mob difficulty spike in like manner. So.
Just as a heads up, too, you may have to manually toggle your auto attack. You've probably figured that out by now, but
Yeah, I found out that tilde.
yeah,
Here we go.
Yeah.
Or you can right click too.
Yeah,
Right click on the mob.
I had to do that on the first mob.
There you go.
I gotta just turn down the volume just a smidge on the music here.
Yeah, you can do that with the gear icon on the top left.
Alrighty.
This is the longest I've lasted on screen.
Yeah, congratulations.
I know. Well, I mean, it's tough to beat 30 seconds.
Is that because you remember to put gear on this time?
No, maybe I got heals.
Oh.
Oh my god.
I can't actually see lassiz anymore. Is that because he's
He's here with us. There's a issue with the Shadow Walk where on occasion it'll they actually will disappear fully and look disappeared fully, but he's still here with us.
Yeah, I kind of
He's truly in the shadows.
He is
Yeah.
gone
He's
full shadow.
Become one shot with the shadows.
I kind of just right clicked it off my bar. How would I bring that back?
Bring up your little.
You see on the left of your hotbar there, you've got a little head, and then next to that is a book icon. Just click the book, and then you'll find it in there.
Okay. So unable to come out of the shadows, chat. But
All right,
You can
so
also. Sorry.
I was just gonna say when we do move into this next room, it's important to hug this right wall.
oh,
Go ahead.
click it off.
So
I was just gonna tell him that you can lock your hotbar. To the right of your hotbar, you'll see a little lock. So once you have it set up, you can lock it, and that won't happen again.
Yes, ma'am. Oh,
okay.
This-
I am going to start bullying.
our goal is to make it into that first little side room over there ahead of you. So just hug that right wall till we get there.
and this is what
Everybody,
you're showing.
everyone to that room. No, you're bringing you guys back.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, I'm pulling in.
To the mage.
I'll mez the mage.
Okay.
Yeah, let's mez ads until we have more than 2.
Alright, chat. I'm gonna get this. Now, this is pre-alpha gameplay, chat. Nighttime is really pretty.
Dave, you're getting used to the wizard.
Yeah,
There is tab targeting.
yeah.
Looks like you have your.
I mean, Shaman's my normal class, but
I don't know if it's multiple gadgets on the bottom or if that's just your target.
I would play the wizard.
I was paying attention.
Alright.
Yeah, mobs are weak.
Scouting, give me 1 sec.
Mobs are weak.
Take a look in this room. Alright, oh!
So if you played
he's
original EQ and stuff like that,
incoming single, I think, yeah.
especially if you're like newer to it, and like when it was
Alright, this is a bruiser. This guy is definitely our level, so.
This is an R level mob here.
Yeah, I'm level 20 and he cons yellow to me, so he's probably level 20. He's dark yellow.
So it seems like you mentioned this for like a quick boost of like attack speed, but like it's a 6 second. It lasts for 6 seconds. It's 8 seconds. It seems like something you just want to keep up all the time. And one thing I have noticed about the controls chat is I don't know if it's gonna change. So okay, I noticed moving. So for example, if I WASD without holding right click, it'll move my character face that way. Right? Is there gonna ever be an option to potentially just have it so if you just hold and right click permanently, you know? Well, without having to hold right click.
Backpedaling instead of turning around and facing the camera?
Right, yeah.
As a default, yeah. Yeah, we've actually gone back on that, back and forth on that a few times, myself and our lead programmer, and we'll probably end up making that the default behavior instead of turning around and facing the camera.
Okay.
After this guy, we can run in and go all the way to that far room. So just hug right.
Come better outfits. Ooh. The combat sounds
so
too.
Immediately, you'll probably already notice, and anybody who's familiar with some of those other games that we were talking about earlier would recognize the game style. But for those who maybe aren't familiar with it, you'll notice that that's a lot more strategic. So we're taking our time. We have to pull these in one at a time, sometimes two. And then clear our way and just strategically slowly move our way through. Otherwise, if we just run in and charge, we are going to die very, very quickly. So that's kind of one of the big fundamental differences in MMOs with Pantheon.
Actually, I think we probably could run in and charge in this area and not have much of a problem because we're so much higher level.
Yeah, fair enough.
Just to disagree with what you just said there a little bit.
Thanks, I appreciate that. Maybe. Yeah.
Oh, now I'm concerned.
Kind of mood Chris tonight.
So as you guys
gonna mess with Chris tonight.
I don't know if I can change
a bad day.
I've had a great day.
Not that you're using me as a punching bag.
No, man.
Here we go.
It's pretty, man.
No, what you said though is true as far as the philosophy behind the game, and we'll be seeing that
guys,
here in a bit when we do get into the parts of the keep that are a little further back. We will absolutely see that happening.
Yeah.
If you're subbing or donating, chat, I'm not acknowledging.
Brad,
I
you
really
sure you don't want to
apologize.
pull the boss now?
I'm really just trying to focus on like the
I
gameplay.
You can
And, like,
solo him.
So gotta explain this. Kind of funny story. I was telling you, lassiz, I think earlier today in our conversation. So we were doing a stream with Jim Lee a few weeks back, and there's this part in the stream where they come up to a boss room. And
I don't think it's that funny.
That's one of the funniest things I've ever seen. I mean, the timing.
You couldn't beat the timing.
It couldn't have been planned.
Okay, I just got notification
Alt
that we're
tab
talking
out,
over
turning
top
the
of you,
volume
lassiz.
down.
We're not actually hearing you in Discord.
Wait, you don't hear me?
Okay, we hear you now.
Okay. Majority of times, I guess I'm just kind of talking to chat, like kind of like update them, saying this does this, etc.
Oh, I see. Okay. So okay. I get
You don't have to mute that.
Okay. I feel.
I mean, unless you want to, but it would be cool to hear it. Yeah.
Sure. All right.
Yeah,
just-
and that way we don't talk over you. Yeah, I didn't want to.
Sure. I just got to turn down the game on the desktop.
Sure.
So. All right, chat. I turned it down to 70. Let me know if that's a little bit better from 100.
All right, we got 2.
Yeah.
They both mages.
They are, yeah.
Yeah.
seem to be.
Almost.
I was sitting here spamming abilities like I was playing a different MMO, and I was just like, what's going on? And I realized endurance is a lot slower at recharging.
Yeah.
So you can't just button mash.
Yeah.
No, not fans of button mashing.
I like that.
So to finish that story, Brad is creeping up. You thought you got away from it. He's creeping up towards the boss room and takes one step too far, and the door slams shut, and he's solo against the boss, and the rest of the group is locked out behind him. And just the timing was it was just brutally hilarious.
So there's mechanics such as that, like, so if he went in, it started the encounter basically, huh?
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, it's one of the ways we're trying to experiment with the open world aspect. Mechanics like that, you know, it's not that every boss encounter is going to be behind a closing door, but it's one of the ways that we can experiment with some of that and see what kind of emergent gameplay, what kind of social dynamics, things like that create. It's internally in testing so far, even with our pre-alpha testers, it's been very interesting, that mechanic specifically. So excited for more people to experience stuff like that.
How is pre-alpha, by the way, with all the testers you have? Is there like a lot of people forming groups and whatnot playing together?
Oh yeah. It's a magical place to be, man.
And I guess I also had one question. I know a lot of MMOs lean toward instances. Are you guys just doing all open world?
It's all open world.
Oh man, I love that. And at the same time, I get scared of that.
Well, and that's kind of what Chris was alluding to. That doesn't mean just that you have an open dungeon and everyone can just grief everybody. There's going to be rules and obstacles and different mechanics that we're going to experiment with in alpha and beta. So it's not just a big free-for-all.
It's a party.
I can imagine someone.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's come back to that question, lassiz, after this fight, because I'd like to
focus up.
I'd like to hear more of your thoughts on it too, and then
I got this one rooted over here.
Okay, I'm pulling this recruit into this room here. Oh, and I'm pulling another. That was really smart.
Oh, we're so
that was
We're
fudge pop.
on
We're so fudge pop.
Complete the trifecta of fail.
I'm with PG Disney
Oh,
General.
I think you guys are doubting some of the ones.
Let's call out targets too. That would be helpful.
Yeah, I'm working on this recruit right now.
Come on, the recruit with you.
GM shout is actually a good way to call out this.
Is there a shortcut for GM shout?
No. Okay. Apple. That's what it is.
So, if you have played old,
Someone needs to screen cap that.
if you guys have played old school MMOs, chat, there's a lot of CC is very important, and even newer, more modern ones also have like CC. So when you do pull out of this, usually it's a oh shit,
So %T does work. People might remember that command, but that does, it just replaces the %T with your target name.
All right.
What's next?
Yeah, what's next?
Okay.
All right.
Watch me. I'm gonna bring out some cleric melee DPS here. Everybody stand back.
I guess this is more of a rogue question. Hitting things in the back, like lower armor class and whatnot, still? Or is that not implemented in something like this?
That is not implemented yet. So that kind of, some of those granular details about like positioning and different advantages or disadvantages you have in light of positioning based on things like body type or armor type. Some of that is in place, but positioning specific attacks is not in quite yet. And as a matter of fact, when we just recently switched over to our new ability system, a lot of those things had to be adjusted to compensate. So things like rogue backstab right now is actually not position require or position doesn't require the right position yet. Yeah, it doesn't check for position yet. So
Okay.
I say that trusting you won't exploit that. You have that tone of voice, being very honest
Always backstabbing.
person.
Back.
So, yeah. But no, that will be, and we'll talk more about that too. You know, that's the thing. When we get to the different points in development where we start actually implementing these things, it's not that we're not planning on it or we don't have anything to say about it. It's just when we're implementing it, we'll be sure to describe and explain kind of how these things work.
So we've been talking a lot about pre-alpha, just to catch everybody up. The game is in pre-alpha right now. We do not have a date has not yet been announced for launch, or alpha for that matter, but we are in pre-alpha, so testing with hundreds of testers. There's a brief window of opportunity now. We did open up the pre-alpha pledges again, so if you're interested in funding for pre-alpha and getting access to pre-alpha, that pledge is available at pantheonmmo.com/packs. It's the PAX special. It is a very limited time offer though, because we have to keep things tight. We can't have too many people in on the server, so we're just have it open for a very short time, up until May 1st, that is.
What are peak numbers roughly for you guys? I know probably not a lot of people can jump in right now.
Yeah, we can't get into the actual numbers in pre-alpha, but we are testing the server caps, and we've met those caps a couple of times, and we're slowly expanding those caps. So
that's awesome.
So I mean, this is what pre-alpha is all about: is testing those numbers and seeing if we can't stretch it even further. So
I know a lot of people like hearing that actual testing in that testing phase.
Yeah. Yeah, I often refer to it as kind of a behind-the-scenes look. It's not. If you go into pre-alpha with the attitude of, oh, this is a complete game, you're gonna be disappointed. But what it is an opportunity to try out the game and to offer your feedback at such an early stage. We did a stream earlier, a few months back now, on the making of a city, and we were discussing how Throne Fast was made. And Throne Fast is still in gray boxing, and for those who don't know what that is, it's just kind of the placement of very basic shapes as buildings, not textured or anything like that. And I don't recall a game ever letting anybody in at that level of access.
There's
so we
pop
don't.
in this room. Sorry.
Yeah.
Let's hang back. Let's make sure that we have one person. Maybe Ben, if you want to be the designated body puller, and then we'll all hang back for Ben to bring back to us until it's time to move up.
I'm using that mage as well.
I'm on the start.
Last, there's a decent ring on this guy, by the way, if you want to see if it's an upgrade for you.
Oh, really?
It's like a deck. I don't know. Might be an upgrade, maybe not. Don't know what you have.
Which guy?
The bruiser on the ground.
Oh boy.
Sorry, I've been ninja looting everything, so.
Alright, so this ring, 1 dex, 1 armor class.
Alright, taking out this mage next.
Left finger.
We still got one
stamina,
active
3
in the
armor
room
class.
too.
So let's see what stamina does.
Yeah, I'm actually famous for that. I do that.
Yeah, I'll
now.
keep them.
No, you can't have rubber stats to see what they do yet. But yeah, if that's dex, hell yeah. Dude.
Casters, keep in mind this the Frosted Mages have a pretty nasty AE, so if you can do what you do from further away, then I'm gonna get some distance.
Do what you do so well, except further away.
Damn, rogues use a ton of endurance. This is nuts.
After this guy drops, let's take a second to kind of, well, let's clear this room first. We still got to recruit in here, but we need to talk about what's coming up after this hall.
Okay. Waking him now. I like to throw a taunt on just at the beginning, just to get his attention before I wake him. Although that time didn't seem to do much difference.
Well, you've got 2 warriors in the group that are taunt dancing right now.
Yeah, that's what's happening. All right, should we move into the hall and you can explain what's going on?
Yeah, let's move up to this carpet here. Let's have some carpet time.
Chop the sun's corpses.
Yeah, that's from PAX still, actually.
Yeah. Long-lasting
Gives
corpses.
you any indication of what's to come. So, if you can see, you should be able to see her there. That's Lieutenant Commander Fiona Iridia, and she's a mini boss. She is very difficult, and the part of the difficulty of this room is we've got a couple of NPCs stationed as guards indoors nearby that are very easy to pull. And then we've got a few roamers that will roam in and out of this room. And she's a long enough fight where it puts us at risk of grabbing some extra ones during. The boss is very difficult because she front loads a lot of damage. She has insane burst, and so she's got just a couple of tank busters that are really difficult to deal with, especially with just having a single healer in the group, which is me. So what we've found, and I'm okay, giving a potential strategy out here, but because what else are we going to do except talk about how we're going to do this fight? But what we found works well is she needs to be mezzed or incapacitated just immediately, preferably before she even has a chance to do a round of combat on the tank, because the damage is so high that it could put us enough behind that we won't ever catch up. So she's incapacitated immediately. The vassals need to be dropped. Her 2 bodyguards need to be dropped as quickly as possible. The best way to do that, I think, would be mezzing one of them, focusing one down, moving to the other one, but always being aware of the adds that are potentially coming in and out of the room. She also has an AE mez, kind of a mez. It's sleep powder, and it puts you to sleep, but she can still wail on you while you're sleeping. So it's just doubly nasty. So main thing, I'm going to be front loading and focusing heals on the tank. Brad, if there's any situation where she especially breaks mez early or it's resisted or whatever it is, lassiz, we need you to immediately move to smoke and mirrors on her. You're going to be kind of the one that makes sure that she is locked down no matter what with that ability. So are we clear?
Yeah, Fion you're talking about, or Fion, right?
That's right.
All right, I'm clear.
Now she's heading out of the room. She has a routine every so often where she'll move out into the courtyard. So this is actually good for us. This means we can clear some of the stuff in the room and try to lessen the risk of
We should
ads.
try to pull it back to here, right?
Yeah.
Are we clear, chat? Let's do this.
Wait, so do you want me to try to mez the male?
I'm not gonna Leroy it.
We're gonna
We have a
focus
male,
the
female?
I want them
we're
to
gonna
invite me
focus the
back.
male vassal first.
Okay.
I think I got all of them. Yeah, I got all of them. Just let me die.
Yeah. Pull back. Don't engage.
Oh man,
She,
that's fine.
She has a few places on her routine where she will stop and hang out. So you probably need to wait a little bit longer.
Yeah. I can actually watch her path out from here. So.
Yeah, how'd that go, by the way, man?
I don't feel so good about it, but
No?
I think I tried different. Oh, looks like you're gonna have a fight.
Oh, I can't crowd
I
or
know.
crowd. No. Oh,
I got him.
So yeah, if you haven't noticed, guys,
Brad,
There you go, Ronak.
this is definitely
Could you
not matched
pull
with
that
mutton.
room? I need to
Button
run
magic.
in there and grab my corpse.
Oh yeah.
Pull the
Oh
whole
my
room?
god, I forgot
Yeah,
corpse runs.
there might be one to your right.
So what are corpse like, or corpse runs like?
Normally a lot harder than what I just did. I cheated and teleported to us, but
Now, is all your gear left on your body?
Yeah.
Like super
Yep.
old school.
oh,
There is an experience
mage.
penalty, and you do have to make it back to your body to get your stuff. Yep.
But it is worth saying we're gonna tweak and talk to our alpha and beta, talk to our community, our testers, and make sure we got it dialed in to the difficulty level they're looking for.
Right.
yeah, let's go back into the hall after this one's hit.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna
Man,
pull
that
this.
one.
Back to the hall, back to the hall.
All right, we got some ads starting to pop in the room here.
Did you get your items?
Yeah, I'm good.
You good?
I'll mez that pop.
Yeah, sorry, I'm on the guardsman.
I mean, not a lot of people.
Cost us a mez.
Not a lot of people can appreciate corpse runs. I mean, it's not that they're fun,
Indeed.
but
Yeah,
On
I'm
the
not
bruiser.
sure.
it does make you play less like a careless player. All right. I keep forgetting to turn on auto attack, and I'm just sitting there using my abilities. keep getting
I'm
confused.
loving these variety of spells that the wizard has.
Wait, which ones? You're the wizard. Okay. One with the shield.
Oh, we got another pop on Bruiser.
Yeah.
I'm the
I
one
can
in the red robe.
I can probably OT this one. I think Brad's got aggro on the other one anyway.
Roger that.
My guess is, my guess is about the shields. I mean, they just doing it for like the dungeon itself, man. I'm sure there's gonna be a lot more diversity in terms of like classes and what benefits, you know, different classes.
So the job of the off tank is to steal the target from the main tank. The main tank's embarrassed, right?
Absolutely.
Oh, the good ones, yeah. Yeah.
That's a special rule set server. We'll call it the Erdun rule set server.
Yeah, I like it.
How are these party dynamics affecting this
I'm
dungeon?
doing some damage.
Well, I mean, I assume this just wouldn't be soloable at all. I mean, you're gonna need a tank. They did mention that positionals aren't a thing right now, and so I'm not really
Do we have to
benefiting.
fight the boss now? You guys sure about that?
We don't have to. We could turn around and just go home.
There's going to be some ads popping in this hall.
Okay. We can charge in, doing the female first.
I think it works
Mopsy and
best when
Viz.
we can set up in the back of her room.
Let me ask that here after this fight.
So, well, hold on.
See, I don't want an open mic, so I'm coughing a lot too.
Right.
Man,
Yeah,
this is-
so you would run in with the male vassal targeted. That's going to be our first target. We'll need to mez the other bodyguard, and then obviously keep her locked down.
Okay. Are we all set? I've got the male targeted now.
Alright, I've got the female targeted.
Yep, ready to roll.
And lassiz, you've got the...
got the
Namer?
main. Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. Charge.
Make sure you set up all the way in the back.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
that was a round of damage.
He just got
She
freaking
resisted.
wrecked, dude.
She resisted? Yep.
Yeah. Doesn't look like I'll be able to land it.
Alright, chat. This is
Keep
the
an eye on
fight.
her.
This is the moment that I was freaking made for.
There we go, finally.
I just missed my backstab. That's rough, man.
She's dropped. Mez again.
Taking
Mess down.
All right.
Vassal?
I'll try.
No, the boss is
Oh,
up. The boss
No,
is
you got her. You got her. Nice.
Okay.
Alright, let's...
Okay, doing the vassal.
I'm F, chat.
Oh,
I couldn't resmoke. It was
Down.
down.
That's all right. I'll res him up. Just stay focused on getting the other bodyguard
It was
down.
down.
And
It had like
keep a
3
close eye on
seconds
her,
left.
Zoe.
It lasts for 24 seconds, and it's 30-second
I'm gonna
cooldown.
res. Lassiz, I'm resing you now.
All right. Let's see if there's
She's
a
going down
prompt.
fast.
Oh, there's no prompt.
That has help.
yeah.
All right.
Cosmo?
Yeah, I got her. I got her aggro.
Oh my god.
Keep as much distance from her as you can, casters. Just stay out of that.
Right.
Stay out of the sleep.
Give her a quick CC really quick. There's a sleep
We'll try
going
and take
on.
it over in this corner here.
Brad's down. Get her in the corner. Keep her there as you can.
Stroke. Give me a
Alright,
second.
I'm going for
I'm
it.
gonna taunt it back. Here we go.
Yeah, I'm damaging chat. Here we go.
You're bringing her back. Okay.
Sorry about the ping pong. Man, why is she dropping aggro?
He really hates me.
Well, because
All
Enchanter's
of it.
got a ton of
yeah,
aggro
all
built
of
up.
it. Yeah, no, I get it. Just
No, not my butt, not my butt. Oh my god.
come on.
I'm trying to go in Viz.
There, I think I got it.
Let me drop aggro. Does this drop aggro?
I'll pull her back in here now. Yeah, I've got her.
I'm slow building. Oh, I need a heal.
Alright, we're going in. De-aggroing. Oh no! No!
Yeah,
No!
too much moving around. We're not gonna be able to take her down with that ping pong.
Just, I'm not even attacking, chat. Not even attacking.
Here she comes.
Give her a quick little stunneroni.
All right, cool. We've got a second here
CC.
for breathe. Let me do a res on Ben.
Ben?
Yeah, I'm spamming what's up, baby.
Just so everyone knows too, right now, the clerics will have a battle res.
Red's coming off, are they? Or CC, rather. For mine.
I'll try.
But it will not be like this, where we could just keep people res. So I'm gonna do one more res. If we don't kill her on this, then we're not gonna take her down because don't want to use exploits.
Don't want to use
Let
exploits,
me know
chat.
when you're ready.
I'm ready here.
What did I just get?
Okay, here we go.
Continue. Oh, it's a hot. Okay. Oof. Oh.
It's just building up that hate that's killing me here.
Does stuns work on her, Chris?
Alright, I'm going in for the full kill,
Just should,
chat.
yeah.
I'm just. Oh my god, I'm CC'd so bad.
Hey, work on me.
I'm gonna dot the hell out of her. Let's go.
I'm not trying to heavily nuke right now.
Dump that aggro, baby.
Oh, we got that ad. Ah, I knew he was gonna see us.
Oh, please let me
I was gonna attempt
CC.
that out, but no.
Lassiz got it covered.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we've got to be able to burn her down faster than that. All right, it's a wipe.
Release.
Yep, release.
All right.
Oh,
Now,
my God.
what did we learn from that encounter?
I'm going in for the kill, chat.
Hey, I'm still alive. Oh,
Same.
am I still?
Solo.
So you want us to disengage here?
Yeah, just turn aggro off and
I didn't want to give up. I was ready, dude.
well, I'm just gonna let him take me down. You go ahead and release, David.
Okay, I think I'm supposed to release too. Man. So there are corpse runs. Like, you lose everything. Like, you butt naked.
Hey, I beat
Alright.
the Vegas. I beat the Vegas odds. I'll just say that.
God, this is
On when I was gonna die.
nighttime is beautiful, by the way.
Mm. Yeah.
All right.
Look at these. These look like little teleporters.
I'll summon us back in.
On your question for the corpse runs,
Oh my goodness. There we go.
Hey, the percentage of wins we got at PAX was, I did a few demos and I think 2 out of mine we won, 2 or 3. But you and Brad, you and Chris did the majority of them.
you try and light.
10%.
What
Yeah,
about you,
it
Chris?
was
It really depended on how many other people we had in the group, which was going up and down because we had different people from home or from work logging in to help us group,
Oh, Jesus.
and which we really appreciated. But sometimes you'd be a man down, and that would make a difference.
all right. Turn aggro off and run in there and grab your stuff and then run back in here. I already turned aggro off for you, Lassiz, so you can run in and get
Okay.
your corpse to come back.
Dev cheats.
That's my body. Oh, look.
But yeah, if
Take
this
off.
was real, our bodies would still be sitting there and we'd have to figure out a way to get back in there.
We would need Lassiz to shadow walk in there and corpse drag.
So there are corpse drags again. Okay.
Yep. And that
man.
currently works. If you target your corpse and type /corpse, it'll come to you.
There's a guy behind us. Just FYI, you may wanna.
Oh, we got a guy in front of us too.
We've got aggro off. So
We got
Yeah.
lots of response.
So
We're going
basically,
to get our rebuffed and everything, and then we'll turn aggro back on. And
this would actually be super rough because
let's actually move into
corpse
this
runs.
little. Let's
corpse
move.
runs actually take a bit of time off.
move
You're
back.
farming for sure.
And again, so that's why I said what I did at the start of the stream. These guys out here in this part of the keep are much lower level, so I'm just going to GM kill some of these and clear them out, and we can set back up in this room.
all right. So how's the rogue playing, Lassiz? Feel familiar?
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. It's still taking me getting used to for the endurance. Because
Yeah.
I use one thing, I'm like, all right, burst off, and next thing you know, I can't CC something because I did.
Yeah.
Yep.
Resource management.
Sorry. Hop squat and watch if you want.
All right, we should be good to
Okay.
reset up in here, but let me rebuff real quick.
It's got the same sounds.
That's just coincidence.
Well, to be fair, I took the bass sound, brought it into my into Pro Tools, and kind of modified it and gave it a little bit of a fidelity boost.
Oh man, I'm having some
So-
flashbacks.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one? Yeah. Little runes, I think.
Who doesn't have Awakened Bravery?
I don't.
Yeah. It's pretty.
I do.
Outside, if
Thank
we
you.
if we die again,
You're
I'll show
welcome.
you. The nighttime looks amazing.
Let's get that Pather when he comes in.
I'm a rogue. We got 2 warriors. We got a cleric and a enchanter, and then a wizard.
Oh, I guess we have 2. Sorry.
Assassin on him. Yeah, Lassiz, if you have something targeted and you hit C, you'll notice the familiar system there as well.
Oh, Khan, right. I feel silly like ever asking kind of a basic question like this. Do you think auto attack will be activated automatically based on
It will be.
ability? Okay.
Yeah, we're slated to hopefully by pre-alpha 3 we'll have that.
I feel dumb because I assume these questions have been asked all the time.
Oh man.
No, it's absolutely not. I mean, it's the first time streaming it. You have your audience, which many people might be new to us. So ask whatever. I'm happy to be answering questions.
Yeah, I was on that. I was reading a comment the other day on a website, and somebody had been at PAX, and they said they gave some feedback, and they said I didn't feel like I was there talking to them, but I didn't feel like it was my place to mention this, and I'm like, why? I'm like, mention it when we go out to these events, and we try to go out onto the forums and on Facebook and Reddit and everywhere to get that kind of feedback. Having that feedback is imperative to developing a game that you want to play and we want to play.
That's really good to hear, and I know a lot of people love hearing that too. A lot of people love having their voice heard.
Yeah.
On a different topic, I love the fact that groups are 6-man. By the way,
Yeah.
it took me because I'm an MMO junkie and I just love playing MMO. I just love building characters, and ever since it goes down to like 5 or 4, it really seems a little lackluster.
Yeah. It's interesting to see how it's sort of shrunk. Now it's down to 3-man. A couple games are doing 3-man, and I think there's and then 2-man. And after that, you're into solo play. But yeah, 6 is cool. But keep in mind, we also have another core functionality. We have the quadrinity as opposed to just the trinity, so it helps facilitate that too.
Can we settle on one way of saying that word, by the way? I've
It's a
heard
it's a
quadrinity.
quaternity.
I've heard quaternity.
I
do
believe
you know
the
that's-
I think there's a third one I've heard.
Quaternity is correct.
Qualinity.
Quaternity is probably correct.
Quaternity.
Is it? Yeah, I'd have to look it up. Is it an actual word? Or
Yeah,
Dare, I
I
agree.
looked it up in dictionary.com.
It's quaternity. Okay, sorry. Let's do the
Yeah.
caster first. Mage.
I'm as in the guardsman.
Remember to keep as much
I'm just
distance
using
on this
abilities.
mage.
See my
And
yellow bar?
Never
Yeah,
mind.
Look how slow it reaches.
He got hit by my dot.
See that? So I can't be just like button mashing.
no, not enough.
Sure.
So what do we decide? Quaternity?
Quaternity. Yeah, that's the correct way.
I just think the 6-man groups really just allow you to see all the different classes and everybody kind of, it allows more variety,
Agreed. A buddy of mine in chat said the same thing too. Like, small parties defeat the purpose of an MMO aspect. And it's like you're here to play with a lot of people. That's what an MMO is.
Cut an ad. Oh, I did not mean to nuke him.
There's a fun game for our viewers, and I know I know our fans. What's the total amount of possible combinations in a game with 6 players in a group and 12 classes?
I don't like math.
I was told there'd be no math involved.
Yeah, me too. My job description has no math.
I know
That was
somebody
from
else
another
out
time
there is
they
typing
did.
out the answer right
But
now.
yeah,
I
we
just
did.
know it. I feel it.
That's Brad.
Oh, we got a 32. Is that right?
Well, you can't ask the question if you don't know the answer.
No, 32 doesn't sound right to me though, because you have to
Actually,
consider
yeah,
all
it's
the
there, too.
variations.
It's
So
a
it'd be
little more
6 to
quick
the power
pace.
of 12, right?
This is Black Rose Keep, Ben, not Black Rose
I'm
Academy.
sorry. Yeah, I really made this stream boring. I'm
Not Blackboard Keep.
Lesson
Yeah.
2 tomorrow.
There's a reason I don't stream for a living. Nobody watches me past a certain point. All right, so we don't have ads this time because we killed them.
Oh, it's so pretty outside. Like I almost hope we die.
Mathematicians.
All right, everyone. It's the part of our show where we do random math equations.
Yeah.
See, there's a lot. Look at all those answers in there. 924. We just have no way of verifying that, so I'm going to say that's right. 924. Yeah.
So
All right, yeah. So let's move on.
Mass?
Let's see if we can take her down.
Wonder
Is she in
if
her room?
is gonna mess
Oh,
with
yeah.
her.
And she's got like a quarter of her health. She just walked out.
It doesn't. Oh,
Ah.
I better equip that back before I lose my
I
stats
forgot to
here.
turn aggro
I
back on,
think
by the
you'll
way.
get her.
I got a face.
Yeah, let's turn her on if you haven't yet, please.
Yes.
Well,
Okay, she's moved out now.
there's definitely people we can pull.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I actually.
Are you pulling back in here, Ben?
Yeah, I'm pulling back in there. Yeah, we got. Whoa,
So
we
why
got
does
2.
it show me.
Yeah.
Oh, it
Hey,
shows me.
Let's go with the guardsman first.
Okay.
There's one.
Yeah, but
Okay,
that's
moving
why.
the assassin.
Definitely love the compass too, by the way, the group.
Yeah.
Group members.
See, that's a tricky thing too because when it gets into the talk about a mini map or no mini map, but I think the choice to have at least like those directional compass points are good.
Feels
Right.
right. Feels right to me. Feels like enough information.
So there's not going to be a map, just like old school. Thank you.
There will not be a map. If we have a map, it'll be something most likely that would unfold as you actually explore the area, and it would be a map that you would open intentionally for you to put in your own information. So if you want to mark a landmark, if you want to mark a POI, if you want to, make a note here or there, that would be for you to do, not the game to do for you.
Oh man, that's great.
But at the same time, there's always people who like to make maps, put up on their own website, and if that's what you want to do, go for it.
Oh man, EQ Atlas is my best friend.
Mm.
It really just up to the player. If the player wants to play through with it without that help or with that help, it's kind of leaving it to our community. But we're not providing a detailed map.
That's kind of what I like about the stuff that we're aiming for is we're trying to build communities, and give them the tools to help build themselves as well. If we provided everything, there'd be no need for people to, work together and figure things out on their own and, come together. So I just love that.
Yeah. So, we've decided to not have classes. We're not going to have races. We're not going to have weapons or
there are.
armor. It's really just...
You just have to discover them, Chris. That's
Right.
all.
Well, yeah, that's right.
You discover the classes already.
Discover the...
What about something like sense heading? Or is the compass always going to be accurate?
That compass at the top of the screen will not be accurate without the proper skill
Oh my. Okay.
or the proper skill level. Yeah.
There you go, Sith.
Whether we call that sense heading or whatever that will
she
be.
comes.
That'll. All right, boss is on the way.
Okay, I'm gonna take her in this
Sorry.
corner this time.
Yep.
Hold up. And does this game have?
Watch that hall though.
Oh,
Why is
Oh,
she-
yeah,
she's
actually,
not
that would be
aggro.
good.
She doesn't.
Yeah,
Did you turn aggro back on?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, she's not resetting.
No.
legit clear.
Well, it's gonna be an easy kill, I think.
Yeah, probably will.
Okay.
it's called a second chance.
Someone mentioned a hypothetical, which I'm kind of curious about. Like group tagging and leapfrogging, etc. in dungeons.
Yeah, that's a pretty heavy one to get into. That's we can answer that, and the way we've answered that is the plan right now is for most damage done to be the way we handle mob tagging. But that, of course, then raises a lot of questions, a lot of caveats. It's a very philosophical question, too, as far as why we chose to go that way. It has a lot to do with our decision to make Pantheon an open world game. I was wanting to come back to that, too. We were getting into that earlier. And honestly, at PAX, that was probably one of the most commonly recurring questions is that pair, right? Is it open world or is it instanced? And if it's open world, how are you guys planning to handle X? So there's a lot to say there. It really gets down to the heart of what Pantheon is. We've seen since that classic era of games, we've seen very, very few games that are made in that model, if you will. Whereas you can see a whole huge myriad of games that have been made more in the modern model, and that's great. But for us, we see an opportunity to recapture that older classic way of doing things and bring that into the market today, because there's really not anyone right now embracing that the way that we want to. And so what that means is open world, and we go into that eyes wide open and say, okay, there are some really amazing benefits to an open world game because of the way it builds community, the way that the shared experiences that are able to happen, those social bonds and constructs that are created. But then there's also challenges, and like I said, that would take a while to speak to. But I think it's maybe good to say that we are aware of those things, and we're designing with those things in mind.
Cool. That's good to hear. It's good to hear that you guys are just starting on one set path, just to do it because it's like it's your way or the highway in a sense.
Right.
Because I know a lot of people actually on that note, a lot of people would be maybe feel threatened or kind of even pushed out, like not necessarily grieved purposely, but just unable to get stuff done. I mean, classic games as you mentioned, raid content and it being open world. I mean, if you weren't there to get it at that time, or on that timer, you were just never going to get it. Period.
Right.
So I think, unfortunately, we're coming up on our time here, but maybe we'll take a quick peek out into the...
Yeah, we gotta check out the garden right now.
Garden.
I don't know. I want to check out the courtyard, but I would love to make it down the rest of this hall too, because there's another mini boss back there. I'd love to. I've actually never fought him in a group like this, so I've fought him and died on my own, testing and with one or two other people. It'd be fun to see if we can take him down.
All right. Well, we can poke our heads out to at least see the courtyard, the garden, and then work down the hall.
Yeah, maybe we could turn aggro off and just head out there to show it off. I'll grab lassiz.
I already pulled most of them right by the entrance. Oh, well, no, I guess there's still more.
Dude, I forgot that rogues have CC. It's weird.
But this is kind of cool.
You don't see an EQ? There's no sap or smoke bombs.
I just really love this zone at night. It looks so cool.
Chris, I want a hide and brush ability. Hide in the weeds.
Oh, this is pretty.
Yeah.
That moon baby. Good.
All right. Where to, Mr. Joppa?
Yeah, let's head back in her room and then take a left.
And guys, about like my
how far down is she?
I'll give it.
Keep Agar off and run to her, or is it just
after stream here?
Yeah, we'll just clear these guys again for the sake of time.
Cheating way.
Yeah, well, no, this is actually a cleric ability. This is one of their iconic abilities.
You can tell that Chris is class is a cleric, he gets the insta kill.
How's casting work in this game? Stand still?
There will be some abilities that you can do while moving, and as a little tease, there's maybe some abilities that might benefit from momentum. So there will be, the standard is the, come to a stop and, channel your spell. Not channel, I shouldn't say channeling, because that's actually an ability type, but casting your spell in a stationary. Oh
no!
Congrats, Brad.
But yeah, there'll be other forms of casting as well. Casting while moving, casting benefits from momentum, things like that.
Oh, that is awesome. The ding just killed me.
So I started at 20 at PAX, but I made it to 23 at PAX, and I wasn't going to de-level the 20. Sorry, guys. I'm legit 24 now.
Legit is a subjective term.
I made it from 20.
And grow off.
What does this do, I wonder? What repeat be
I feel good about it.
So are we just going to blindly attack this person? And
yeah, no spoilers on this guy.
Okay. All right, well, I'm going to go to the default setting and just kind of hope it's a tank and spank. So here we go.
I'll do it
I'm
after
gonna
this.
keep my distance.
Oh, well, it does have some sort of stun. It seems to have an auto aggro Aerodune.
I love that those impact spells are so cool looking.
I think Chris set that to all the mobs.
Yeah.
I hope so.
So, a rogue's definitely important to keep these down.
Staying alive so far.
So this is a boss, apparently. Hits you. He just hit me for what? French toast?
Felt that. This guy.
I am loving this, man. I mean, you can tell it's pre-alpha, definitely, but like the nostalgia from like classic type games.
This actually looks like a mob that could be beneficial to have 2 tanks with that stun like that.
I want to show off some of these AE spells.
Get a pop.
Oh, do we? Oh, nice catch.
Hey guys, if I'm missing subs or donations, once again, I do apologize. I'm not trying to miss them or anything. I just had to turn off notifications for this particular stream. I didn't have to, but like, I really wanted to pay attention, like here.
This guy looks like a convo special to me.
Just in case.
It's a lot of HPs.
Now we got him.
My meds is dropping soon. So the other thing.
I'm gonna pre-aggro him.
Yes, I am having
just in
fun.
case.
I'm not annoyed. I'm not annoyed because the lack of content I get to experience right now is I'm annoyed because I just want to keep playing it, man. Like I want to experience it like from level 1 to like whatever this is right now.
Switching over to the wall.
Oh man, I could be sitting on this all day, man. It reminds me so much of old school EQ, but like a more up to date. I want to do the kill thing on somebody.
Good deal, folks.
Yeah.
We did it.
It's too bad. I would love to be able to run up these stairs. That would be an interesting fight. But
Part 2.
I won't force the issue.
So what's this do?
Did you you found the GM kill.
There it goes.
You had to kill the
Oh,
So let's just change up.
Hey, you know, I can't apologize enough, lasses.
So he's
Zoe
the last woman
has-
standing.
She's
Pretty,
she
right?
turned on us all at the last
Oh
moment.
no.
Oh man.
Oh gosh. Well,
Yeah, I think
listen,
it's
man, that
just
was a lot of fun. Thanks for having us once again. Just wanted to thank your viewers as well. If you're interested in Pantheon, want to find out more, head on over to pantheonmmo.com. Lots of pledge packages available from $50 and up. We do have that pack special going on until May 1st, which will allow you to get into pre-alpha. That's called the pack special. You can see it at pantheonmmo.com/packs. Thanks again, Lasses. Appreciate your time.
Yeah, I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you again for having me as well, and it truly was a blast.
It was an awesome time.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Les.
Thank you. Enjoyed it.
Lots
Thank
of
you,
fun.
guys.
Take
Have
care.
a good night, all right?
All right.
Thanks, lasses. Adios.
All right, chat. All right. Sorry. You went to buy the PAX one, but will the alpha servers be up? Falcubar. I'm sorry, man. I actually didn't get to answer that question or anything. I'm so sorry, man. I kind of didn't want to like step on their time too much here. I was kind of nervous too because it was like, you know, my first time and playing with these guys. I mean, they made it fun. I talked to them earlier today and they're like, just have a good time, man. Just relax. Oh, all right. But it was still really exciting. Like I said, I was an EverQuest guy, man. And, you know, I played it in 99 till I think 04 or something. But like I said, hey, Combo, man, thank you guys. Just like I said, thank you so much. It was truly a blast. It was great. It looked beautiful. It was pretty. Like I said, you can definitely tell it was pre-alpha, and it is still playing fantastically. And I just cannot wait to see a finished product. I know you guys are working your asses off, and you know I appreciate it. A lot of people appreciate it. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, I guess I know a lot of people. Not necessarily concerns. I guess maybe curiosity is definitely potential corpse runs or instances and stuff like that. Like, I think that was kind of the biggest question of the night, and because I know there's the hardcore gamers and there's the casual gamers, and I know you gotta like kind of find a good balance in between that because if you go strictly one way or the other, it's just you're not gonna hit everybody. You know what I mean? But well, thank you guys. Thank you. But like I said, it was the rogue was fun. I said a few times, I really enjoyed the fact that the endurance bar wasn't. I mean, you're just not button mashing. You're not just spamming backstab. You just can't, right? Aside from the cooldowns, the slow endurance bar raises. I was starting to figure things out. I was starting to figure out the rogue, and like you wanted to keep the dots up constantly, which was my 3 and 4, and it was they last 12 seconds. And it was a 12-second cooldown, so keeping those up was, I assume, keeping DPS high, the attack speed buff, etc. I had to get used to the smoke screen though, for sure. But yo, Joe, but thank you, man. Thank you guys. But I hope you guys enjoyed what you saw, man. You know, hopefully I get to do that again in the future. What was a global cooldown? I don't really think there was one because I mean, every single ability just had a cooldown period. I was able to, I think, just kind of use it right away. I think I was able to use them back to back. If anything, it'd probably be 1 second. Like, you know, so I couldn't just spam 2 skills right back to back. No global cooldown. There you go. Okay. There you go. He answered. No global cooldown. I go till 10. My stream goes till 10, but this was an 8 to 9 piece. Okay, now there's no GCD and then there's 1 second. So one of those two. Yeah, so rotation, yeah, the rotation definitely seemed to make more of a difference because, you know, I mean, you're just not spamming skills. I mean, I know probably almost everyone here has played WoW. I played a Rogue in WoW, obviously. You know, I'm constantly spamming backstab. But I mean, it was refreshing that wasn't a thing. And, you know, just having the burst and knowing when to use skills, even letting your endurance bar recharge just so you could have the right abilities up when you kind of want to use it. Yeah, now the corpse runs are intimidating. If you came from classic MMOs or classic RPGs where you did have to do corpse runs, it's it wasn't fun then, and it probably wouldn't even be fun now. But it does add to the more rewarding factor where you don't want you just can't jump in all willy nilly. I mean, you have to go in kind of with a plan. You screw up, you're gonna pay for it. You know what I mean? I mean, there's the XP loss. I know they're having. I don't know if you can lose levels or not. You could back. I always use the EverQuest examples here, guys. I'm sorry. That's just because I know a lot of these guys are from there. But and you know that's the feedback that they did mention that they enjoy. They enjoy the feedback. Any feedback, hit them up with. If you're gonna be buying any of their packs and you're gonna be trying to jump in on the pre-alpha, man, hit them with that feedback, man. They love that shit. Sorry, language. I've been trying not to swear all night, and then there you go. But I mean, some people like it, some don't. Maybe there's a happy median. You just, like I said, give us some feedback, man. You know. I loved them, but I hated them. And honestly, now playing MMOs, I'm like, man, I love the hardcore aspect, but then in reality, it gets to that point, I'm like, God damn, man, I gotta get my damn corpse before I log off for the night or something, you know? So, I mean, there's ups and downs. As far as I remember, you can lose EXP, but not your level in terms of Pantheon. Okay. There is a hit on EXP when you die, yeah. Yes, you do take an EXP hit when you die. You don't have to get your corpse to stay for 7 days. Yeah, but sometimes, me personally, I'm kind of like one of those guys, like, it's on my to-do list, like, before I go to bed. If I die, I get pissed. I'm like, I gotta get my body before I go to bed. And that can, unfortunately, I can end up to more corpse runs. Summon corpses like Necros did in EQ. Unfortunately, I can't answer questions like that. So EXP'd it instead of EXP lossing a level, which is great. I had a Necro at level 54 back old school, and I couldn't get to level 55, and I kept going back down to 53. I was pissed. Yeah, it truly was. It was a fantastic experience. It looked beautiful. Even for pre-alpha, it was pretty well optimized. I wasn't getting a lot of chops. I wasn't getting a lot of frame lag and no nothing. I mean, it felt pretty good. And like I said, I was really happy, man, and excited that they had me on here. I was giddy, as you guys can tell. It doesn't feel like a fresh MMO unless someone calls it a WoW killer. No hell levels. Golly, I don't miss those either. Oh, you optimize as you go. Oh man, it felt great. Like it felt smooth. All the guys who I was playing with tonight, guys, majority of them, it looks like they're in chat. You know, be sure to thank them. Yes, only an hour. Now, my VODs aren't sub only, so I'm not one of those streamers, right? Go ahead and watch the VOD if you really want to watch it. The last hour, I didn't talk a ton in game because, like I said, I kind of just didn't want to like. One, I hate interrupting. Two, I kind of just wanted to like get a feel for it myself, and like it's hard for me to develop and ask questions as I'm like just trying to play the game. So I apologize if I gave any potential lack of questions or responses or even gameplay, guys. I was trying. I was really just trying to enjoy it for sure. I do not miss hill levels. Absolutely not. So be sure to check out the VOD, guys. It's roughly hour 3. It'll be hour 3 in the VOD. So make sure to check that out. Absolutely. Yo, thanks for checking out. Yeah, Eridu and company, man. Thank you guys, Ben, Convo, everybody. Thank you so much for having me. It was truly a blast. Seriously, it really was. Natural reactions? Oh, absolutely, 7. Absolutely. I guess I have one more question really quick. I know this isn't necessarily about the gameplay that happened tonight, but do you guys plan to add probably more classes too in the future, I assume? That's probably like the most basic of basic questions. It's probably an obvious yes. Yeah. More classes soon. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, I'm really excited. I'm so excited. Yeah, there's a lot of people excited for the stream tonight, and me in particular. A lot of jealous friends. But yeah, guys, unfortunately, if I jumped on Overwatch or Smite or anything right now, I just really won't have enough time to even play many games. So I'm actually going to be shutting down as well, just about 45 minutes early. The game looks much better than you expected. That's good to hear. It's only going to get better. Can you believe that? So far, we've released Warrior, Rogue, Wizard, Enchanter, Shaman, Monk, and Cleric. Jealous. Thanks for your time. Yo, Falky Bar, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely, man. I would love to. I just, but guys, thank you so much. Like I said, guys over at Visionary, thank you for having me once again. Truly had a great time and just amazing experience. Thank you guys for watching. If you didn't get your questions answered or anything like that, or it just didn't look, or you're kind of iffy on it, just kind of wait for it to get a little more developed if you're still iffy on it. But if you did enjoy it, man, I mean, like I said, that's just more to look forward to because it is pre-alpha. Like, it's just going to get that much better. So I'm really excited, pumped. Hope to see you guys tomorrow.